What is going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the recording. Absolutely bonkers day full of news. I have probably 5, 6, 7 videos I could do. Plus, obviously, we have our live stream at 1 Eastern in which you can witness me extraordinarily, extremely, wildly jet-lagged. And all you have to do is download the Rumble app, follow the recording there. Now, there was an email just sent to every single federal worker. We've obtained a copy of that email, which I'll bring up. But President Trump just asked Elon Musk to turn up the pressure. And he wrote, consistent with President Donald Trump's instructions, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as resignation. This is exactly what he did at X, and it worked. Now, ultimately, somebody has to look at, what those people did. I'm trying to pull up. I have all the hilarious Ashley St. Clair drama here, but there was an email. I think Benny Johnson posted it, where it's pretty benign, but it is exactly what they claimed it would be. Here you go. Breaking the emails are now being sent to all federal employees asking, quote, what did you do last week? HR, please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullet points of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. Please do not send any classified information, links, or attachments. Deadline is Monday at 11:59 Eastern. They have 24 hours to respond. 24 hours. And that's not even the craziest thing. By the way, thanks everyone for helping me start to try and be found on Amazon with my coffee brand Coffee Stub. It's almost all available. We're sending more right now. Right now you can get our top selling blueberry K-Cups, and you can find us simply by going to Amazon, typing blueberry coffee K-Cups. You'll find us hopefully on the first page. You can get free 2-day shipping. And I'm hoping that if you buy it, you will also leave us a review. We have 93 reviews currently. Definitely need, to hear from as many of you as possible. When you click on the link after you buy it, you can scroll down and there's a spot where you can leave reviews around, when you're looking at other people's reviews, you can write a customer review. So hopefully you'll also leave us a review. On top of that, let's go to the email first. Elon Musk reveals dire consequences if federal employees do not respond to email asking what they got done. Elon Musk has threatened all federal employees with termination if they do not reply to his forthcoming email asking what they've done this last week while on the clock. I suspect we are going to have hundreds of thousands of terminations. Hundreds of thousands of terminations. Not just a few, hundreds of thousands. We're going to find 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people who are on the federal employee payroll and don't even work. It's going to be the literal, we fixed the glitch thing. I promise you. Then there's going to be another 50 to 100,000 people that are working 3 hours a week, but getting paid for 40. This is so different. Like all the leftoids getting upset about this, saying, this sucks. Look, I understand, again, these people are human, and you hope that the good people make the cut and that there's not any weird nonsense going on. That said, if a company, even Jesse Waters from Fox News was like, man, this guy was a veteran and they fired him. Look, you want to start your own private company and you want to keep staff on because they did a good thing in a previous life or at a previous job, or they're good for morale, or you just happen to like them, that is 110% in your purview. You're welcome to do that. But those people are not paid by our tax dollars in America. This is very different. This charity is over. Yes, I know there are going to be some good people who get cut, and that sucks, and I hope they land on their feet. And I hope that when things get reassessed, they get brought back into their old jobs or maybe even promoted. But these people are getting paid with my tax dollars and your tax dollars. And if you're an international viewer, you're in the UK, Canada, Australia, you can relate, right? If the same thing was true of your tax dollars, you wouldn't be like, oh no, let's leave Tim on because he was a great soldier. Let me just keep paying his salary with my tax dollars. That's not how this works. And it's an appeal to emotion that is kind of pathetic. Failure to respond. It's unclear if this threat could be legally upheld or if it violates the U.S.'s labor laws. I don't know that it does because he did it at X. And at the end of the day, most of these people aren't in a position to sue. There'll be some slimeball lawyer that wants to do some sort of class action lawsuit. Good luck suing City Hall. There's that saying for a reason. In addition, many federal employees are also unionized, which typically provides extra security measures when it comes to termination by forcing the employer to have just cause. I'm sure they'll be able to have all the just cause they need. In addition, many unions have begun to sue the Department of Government Efficiency and the Trump administration for bulldozing through departments and affecting many federal employees' jobs. Even if Musk follows through with this threat, it's likely the union would fight back on the dismissals. So what? So what are they going to fight for? Your department's closed. Your job has been removed. You want to get an 8-month settlement? Cool. Here's your 8 months. You're gone. Like, I'm fine with giving these people a very good severance. Make sure that we don't have this huge economic impact. But at the end of the day, your job is gone. When Trump and Musk attempted to put 2,200 USAID workers on paid leave, 2 unions sued and won a temporary restraining order, but again, which has since been reversed. So they lost. They lost. You lost. Judge Carl R. J. Nichols, who was appointed by Trump in 2019, issued a temporary restraining order on February 7th that blocked the president from placing them on leave. Then it was found out that it was either his wife or another judge's wife that was on the payroll from USAID or had some sort of money coming in. And then suddenly that all went away. Nicholas also noted that could change in the future as Trump and Musk's doings play out. As the purge of many federal jobs continue, Musk said he would look into James Fishbeck's proposal of a doge dividend, which would give each U.S. household a $5,000 stimulus check out of the money saved through the billionaire's department. Now, this is something that Trump has said that he wants to do. He's into it. Again, the long-term implications are we're better off to pay down debt. I get that. But a lot of people will want that check. I'm okay with it if it's money that we've clawed back. Like, essentially, if that money's already been sent. But if we're paying out Americans on contracts that were canceled or, early expired, that's not new money that's entering the system. That was future money that we stopped from going out. So I don't want to issue payments based on that number. This on top of, by the way, 75,000 federal workers accepted the Trump administration's early buyout. I mean, the policy just works. Remember when all the leftoids were like, oh, this is a terrible plan, nobody's going to do it. 75,000 of them took the severance and quit their job. And even like judges tried to stop it. Unions fight Trump to the detriment of workers they're supposed to represent. Each of the 75,000 workers who took President Trump's buyout offer had a reason for accepting it. But instead of defending their interests, the unions tried to stifle their freedom. At least 75,000 workers have accepted Donald Trump's buyout offer, which expired February 12th. Democrats and their allies are howling, all but claiming that a generous buyout offer was some kind of oppression. Someone's doing some oppressing, all right, but it's not Trump. It's the government labor unions that tried to stop those 75,000 workers from making their own decision about what was best for them. From the moment the president announced his buyout plan, government unions announced that they'd fight it. They sued the administration, claiming the buyouts were illegal. While the Democrat-appointed judges temporarily put the buyouts on pause, within a few days, the same judge ruled that the union lawsuits could not even proceed. Unions are, by and large, corrupt and useless. You can see unions bargained for yoga pants and smoking. I mean, by the way, on top of that, no big deal, Kash Patel now plans to move hundreds of agents to field offices. The timeline in identifying, so Kash Patel's FBI purge has begun, essentially. The FBI director, Kash Patel, told Bureau officials on Friday that he wanted to send 1,000 agents from the Washington area to field offices across the country, with another 500 support staff members reassigned to the Bureau's sprawling campuses in Alabama. People familiar with the matter said. Mr. Patel, newly sworn in director after being narrowly confirmed by the Senate, was widely expected to thin out the headquarters and other offices in the capital region. But the speed with which he has moved to do so caught officials off guard and prompted concerns over the disruption it might cause. We don't need all these people in Washington. We don't need all these people in Washington. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopen it the next day as a museum of the deep state, Mr. Patel said on the podcast, the Sean Ryan Show. Then I'd take the 7,000 employees that work at that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops. And that's exactly what he's doing. That's what we don't need thousands of people. You know, wasn't it like 3,000 of the 7,000 employees that they had were investigating American citizens for trespassing on J6, right? How about they go stop the cartels? How about they go stop illegal immigration? How about you put them at the border? How about you put them up against these groups in Colorado that are taking over apartment buildings? I mean, yes, I would prefer you just abolish the FBI altogether, but if they can prove to get out there and get in the field and do some good things and do some work and stop some crime, prove they have value, I'm not against them keeping their jobs. By the way, he will also be tapped to run the ATF as acting director. I hope he dissolves that as well. It's going to be a wild, wild week of news. Hopefully I'll get over my jet lag really quickly. I love to see all the trimming. Now, I'd like to see more cuts in like departments and foreign funding and sending money to Israel and sending money to Ukraine and sending money here and sending money there. Let's move on to that. Let's trim some fat on the staff, sure. But let's also make sure we're focusing on those other things. Thanks again. Remember, everyone, go on over to Amazon, type in blueberry coffee or blueberry K-Cups, find our product, give it a try. I know you're going to love it. And most importantly, please do leave a review. I want everyone to know, that we're not some new fly-by-night brand. So I definitely need a review. Pick yours up today. We'll talk to you again real soon.